Hi, it's Jen Gallacher here with another Memories Made scrapbooking process video. I am going to start with this cute rainbow Roux paper from Jillibean Soup. It has hedgehogs on one side and it has a Swiss cross on the other. I will link you to all of the items in the video description below. On top of that, I have an 11 by 11 inch sheet of white cardstock that I have cut down to size, and we're just going to center that in the middle of our pattern paper. And we'll just use those Swiss cross designs as a guideline for our placement. So a great way to use up some extra pieces of pattern paper is just take pieces that you already have and kind of start manipulating them and moving them around. They can be rectangles, they can be squares, whatever you want. And I'll just kind of move mine around. I have big pieces and I have small pieces. So something like that. So what inspires me to pick colors might be a sticker or something like that. So for instance, this cute little Echo Park chipboard sticker. I really like this car. So then I will go through my scraps and I'll pull out a yellow and a pink and a teal, and then black and white are always great neutrals. So this is some Jillibean Soup. It's a heart on one side and a cake. This is an older collection. So just find colors in your stash that will work. And then on top, I have some more Jillibean Soup paper. I believe this is all Jillibean Soup pattern paper. This is too cool for school. I'll overlap that slightly. The next is this blue dot paper, again, Jillibean Soup. And some of this paper may not be available. Don't stress. Just find something that does work. And the key here is that they touch or overlap, but they're not all the same. So that is the key. And don't stress about the sizes or anything. Literally just go through your scraps. And then if you feel like you need to cut something down, then cut something down. But this is going to be the basic piece of our layout. So we have all these pieces and elements down. So the first thing that I like to do is I will pick a large photo to go on my page. So this is a 4x6 photo. I've printed it at home. It has white outline around it, and it's of my husband. And one of the reasons why I knew this would all work together is he's wearing a yellow shirt. So that's kind of fun. And then to build the layout, I just kind of went through my stash of embellishments and just pulled out a bunch of things. So I have these stickers from Bella Boulevard, and they are photo corners, and they're a softer teal color than this pattern paper from Jillibean Soup, but it all works together. And this just makes my photo stand out a little bit more. And I actually cut my stickers from their piece that they come on, the big piece. I leave the backing kind of intact. See how I can just peel it off? That way I can kind of build the layout, and I always build the layout first before I come on camera. But that just builds that up there. All right, and then let's add some different elements to it. So this is a chipboard sunshine, and I've been playing with this for a while, so it's kind of lost some of its stickiness, but we will add a couple bits of adhesive to the back of it. And then I'm going to actually stick it behind that piece. Now it sticks up a little bit. See how it sticks up a little bit? I'm okay with that. If it bothers you, just cut it. To the top of the teal, to bring in some more of that teal color, I have a Bella Boulevard sticker. And I loved it because it says XOXO. This is kind of a family layout, and it's in pink. And then we'll build some elements down here. So I have this cute little car. I have this accordion folded piece from Echo Park. One thing I want to point out that's really fun is when you're buying things from a company, sometimes I will buy like the sticker sheet, but then I'll also buy the chipboard, because then you can do fun things like you can have a flat element, and then you can have an element that stands up. So I'm just kind of playing around a little bit here, creating a little like cluster. And my cluster is kind of helping tell the story of us being at a beach, and it's kind of tropical and things like that. So that's kind of my vision here. Once I get the placement how I like, I will come back and adhere things. Again, this is, at one point it had a lot of tackiness to it, but I'm always moving stuff. So glue dots work great too if you find that your dot roller adhesive's not quite strong enough. And then for the flamingo, I'm going to pop dye this little guy just a little bit. It's going to stick a little bit to the car, and I know that this part of him is going to stick to the car, so I'm only adding adhesive to the left side of him. And he's going to run right along this yellow piece here, and what that does is that marries all of my little elements together. I love that. Now the reason why I'm going to use this accordion folded piece is I love dimension and just action on my page. And this is going to marry this corner here to this piece here. And so all of a sudden we have like this triangle. You see how it's kind of a triangle? Really awesome technique. Then below the little flamingo, I have this cute quote sticker from Bella Boulevard, and I loved it because it talks about families. Plus it has lots of different colors in it. And we just want to make sure we can read it, and it's going to come off rather my page here. Now at the top here, I want to bring in some of that pink. So this is a masculine photo, but there's no reason why you can't use pink. So I have two kind of fuchsia pink paper clips. And all you want to do is make sure that the paper clips don't cover any important part of your photo. So instantly by putting that pink up there, all of a sudden the pink from here is getting picked up and brought up there. Now the journaling I have pre-printed on some craft paper, and I always print them slightly different widths. So one might be small, one might be a little bit longer. And I went with craft because it's a beach. Love that it's kind of a beach here. So I just want to make sure I get this in the right order. Okay, once I have that, then I can use my adhesive. And the reason why I usually print my journaling is I just kind of love the way that it looks printed. I don't know why. Something I've been doing for a long time. I do sometimes handwrite my stuff, but not always. So it's totally up to you. Whatever you feel is your style. The key here is that some go onto my photo, some go off that page, and we just keep adding them. You can even have different distances between the two, but what we're doing is just kind of marrying everything together. Do you love that word, marrying? But basically it connects everything. All right, let's finish up these last two strips. Okay, then let's talk title. So I love the look of a multi-layer title. So I brought in this big bold piece. It is a foam sticker in cursive, and then some really old Pebbles stickers. And what we're going to do is, and again, you can see I just cut them away from their backing. That allows me to just kind of see how everything looks. So I'm going to use those, the pattern, the little yellow Swiss cross pattern, to place my stickers down. So pick part of the word to do in maybe letter stickers, especially colored ones, and then do a stronger element in a different style on top, and all of a sudden it just looks so much more interesting. So we want to place it above the day, but we don't want to obscure the fact the word says day. And we want to be able to read it, so I will kind of place it down, but not super stick it down, just to make sure that I like the placement. And if not, I think I want to move these a little closer to the little flamingo. So then I'll just change it. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Then once I have the placement how I want, and you could mess with it forever if you're like me, then just stick it down, kind of buff it. And then I almost always finish off a layout with enamel dots, and I wanted to point out, so these are Easter ones, but they match the color of my layout, so that's why they are getting used here today. So we'll just create a little bit of texture here. Come up here, do some here. I always do clusters of 3, I'm sure you've noticed that. Okay, so quick and easy layout. It uses up some of your scraps. I stopped my embellishments and just mixed and matched, and we created a double layer title. So be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, as I will be sharing lots of these Memories Made scrapbooking process videos. And for additional inspiration, visit jengallacher.com.